beneath millions of years of permafrost shocks humanity. Hello, dear listeners of Enigmatic Echoes. Dear friends, every day we learn new things about the world. And there are discoveries that can change the entire perception of humanity. About history and science, which can be perfectly preserved mummies tens of thousands of years old. Treasures coveted by superpowers, prehistoric creatures that could be revived. Or secret bases once discovered. All are buried beneath the frigid ice and snow. And all of this proves that beneath that thick ice, an eternal life still exists. And that will be demonstrated in today's video. The 18,000-year-old puppy. At a glance, many would think this dog is sleeping and waiting for doctors to vaccinate it. But in reality, this dog has been asleep for 18,000 years, and it is very likely the oldest dog in history. This puppy's body was discovered by researchers at a site near Sakota, northeastern Siberia, in the summer of 2018. Remarkably, almost all parts such as shape, fur, skin, and internal organs are perfectly preserved. That helped scientists determine that this puppy was only 2 months old and lived about 18,000 years ago. But they have not been able to conclude whether this specimen is a dog or a wolf. If it is a dog, it could be the most ancient dog ever found. Geneticist Professor Darren said the body is astonishingly well preserved, and over such a long period. Many events must have occurred that could affect the ancestors of both dogs and wolves. According to Anos Sot Fedorov, who took the precious photos of the puppy, it was truly an amazing feeling to see, touch, and sense the history of the earth. Imagine, this puppy lay underground in the same position and condition for 18,000 years without any disturbance. It's fascinating and hard to explain. Treasures coveted by superpowers. Nowadays, as Greenland's ice layers are melting faster than ever, it is also the time when superpowers like the US, China, and Russia are joining a marathon race to exert influence over this cold land. Even former President Donald Trump once expressed a desire to buy Greenland, while Russian President Vladimir Putin wants to assert Russia's presence here. Beijing, meanwhile, called for a joint development project for the Polar Silk Road. So why has this icy land become such a hot topic? It's because beneath the 3,000-meter thick ice of this island lies a colossal treasure. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, there are about 17.5 billion barrels of untapped oil here, over 4 trillion cubic meters of natural gas, the world's second largest reserves of rare earth elements used to make batteries and phones. Along with that are ruby mines with the planet's oldest mineralization processes. In a context of increasingly depleted natural resources, this discovery truly holds great appeal for the world's superpowers. The world still harbors strange and extremely mysterious things, with many top-secret projects that few know about. During the Cold War, the US deployed a secret project called Ice Worm in Greenland, where a military base named Camp Century was built in 1959 to deploy 600 nuclear-tipped missiles. This was once the living and working place for 200 people serving the Ice Worm project, with a sprawling tunnel system. Like a miniature city under the ice, complete with a hospital, church, shops, theater, and even a nuclear reactor to power the base. But a few years later, the project failed, and the base was abandoned. However, Greenland's ice has begun to melt, and it is estimated that around 2090, this secret base will resurface, releasing many toxic materials. Among them are about 200,000 liters of diesel, 240,000 liters of wastewater, some cancer-causing toxins, and remaining radioactive waste. This will certainly have unpredictable consequences for the environment, but so far, it remains unclear whether the US or Danish government will be responsible for cleaning up this hazardous relic. The Iceman mummy Otzi. On September 19, 1991, while trying to cross the Alps, two German mountaineers discovered a perfectly preserved mummy in the ice called Otzi. Shortly after, a controversial examination of the mummy was conducted at the border of Austria and Italy. Scientists conducted a series of tests on the mummy's age, time of death, cause of death, and health condition. Accordingly, archaeologists determined that this was a man with a height of 1.6 meters, weighing about 50 kilograms, who died between the ages of 30 and 45. But the most important question is what this person was doing in the middle of the snow-covered mountains. When discovered, Otzi's body was perfectly intact, including clothing and belongings. Therefore, a major debate erupted among scientists about Otzi's identity. Some believe that Otzi carried hunting tools, such as a bow and arrows, so he was likely just an ordinary shepherd. And Otzi may have died in an early winter storm while hunting. Overall, after more than 20 years since his discovery, the cause of this man's death remains undetermined. Whether he was killed, sacrificed, or caught in a snowstorm. Scientists have recently excavated a fascinating world beneath the icy layer of Antarctica. Accordingly, an ecosystem no one thought existed was discovered quite by accident. They found this hidden world beneath the Ross Ice Shelf, a massive floating ice sheet attached to the eastern coast of the Antarctic Peninsula. The source of the largest iceberg ever seen in 2021. Satellite images showed an unusual groove on the ice shelf where it meets the ground, and researchers identified it as an underground river. The team drilled about 500 meters down to the ice surface using a high-pressure hot water hose. When the team set a camera down through the icy tunnel into the hay, hundreds of tiny bright specks in the water obscured the video feed. At first, the researchers thought their equipment was faulty. But after refocusing the camera, they realized the lens was being swarmed by a group of shrimp-like creatures. This surprised everyone because they never imagined any life could exist so deep beneath the cold ice shelf. According to Chris Stevens, a New Zealand marine physicist, discovering an ecosystem of shrimp-like species under the ice shelf made everyone jump for joy. Experts have long suspected a vast network of rivers, lakes, and estuaries beneath the Antarctic surface. But until now, these have not been thoroughly studied. They also didn't know if life existed there. This makes the new discovery even more significant. Research team leader Hugh Hogan told Sugar Day on that. Observing and sampling this river felt like being the first to step into a hidden world. Additionally, sending cameras into the cave also helped them discover many unexpected geological structures. Researchers also found that the groundwater separated into 4 to 5 distinct layers of water, flowing in opposite directions, challenging previous understandings. However, they worry that even hidden ecosystems like this could be at risk due to rapidly rising temperatures caused by climate change. According to Stevens, the climate is changing, and some key issues are not yet fully understood by science. But what is certain is that major transformations continue to occur. Mysterious pyramid emerges in Antarctica. An ancient pyramid in the vast snowy plains of Antarctica. This discovery has stunned scientists worldwide. Many pyramids look very similar to those in Egypt, leading many scientists to immediately question whether humans once lived in this extremely cold region. And people have hypothesized that temperatures in Antarctica thousands of years ago were much warmer than now. And in 2009, scientists discovered pollen in Antarctica indicating temperatures once reached 20 degrees Celsius. And in 2012, a desert research team in Nevada found 32 species of bacteria in Lake Vera in eastern Antarctica. This proves that the climate here in the past was completely different from the present. And therefore, researchers also believe that humans likely lived here in the past. And they built these pyramid structures here, and over many years. These structures have been buried under thick, white snow as we see today. The 2,500-year-old ice princess mummy. The most famous among ice mummies is the mummy of Princess Prehistoric. 2,500 years old, discovered in 1993 in the Siberian region of Russia. What amazed scientists was that the tattoos on her body closely resemble modern tattoos and remain intact after thousands of years. The princess is believed to have died at age 25 and was one of the earliest victims of breast cancer. Her tomb is located 2,500 meters high on the Elvish Plateau, accompanied by 6 horses and many treasures. In 2016, the decision to display the princess's mummy in a museum faced fierce opposition from a group of indigenous minorities, as they believed exposing the mummy with its strange tattoos would release evil spirits. That's unknown if it. The region immediately experienced earthquakes, floods, and hail, events never seen before. Therefore, the people called on authorities to return the princess to her original resting place to avoid further tragedies. It's surprising how beneath that vast, cold layer of snow and ice, so many things lie buried and forgotten. They help us see a truly bizarre past of humanity. When dense forests and abundant life existed in places that are now just permanent ice and snow. Which discovery impressed you the most? Please share in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Enigmatic Echoes channel to follow upcoming discoveries. This video is now ending. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Subscribe to the Guia Nigo channel so you don't miss any exciting videos.